Welcome, morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome, scalpers. Welcome, Mohawk Forex scalpers. We're here again, doing another live scalping session, another news-based session. We've got the jobless claims news coming out in about 30 minutes time, which will trade, and then that will run us through to the market open, the US Open, New York Open. We'll do a little bit of that, and then that's today's work done, all being well. So thanks again for joining, thanks again for watching, and obviously smash, click, like that button, and subscribe. Obviously, if you're not already subscribed, share and tell everybody about our crazy blue scalping, as I call it, using our boutique axe system, which you get access to once you join our premium Discord group. All the information on that is down below, and at www.mohawkforex.com, our website. So what we're going to do today, we are going to start with US 30, have a look what's been going on. You can see here US 30 has been on a nice bull run since the London Open, which is around about here. I don't usually trade it, we sort of trade the DAX, which moved in a similar way, and the old DAX 40 as it is now. You can see here we had a TP level kind of set, and that hit earlier on, so it's looking very bullish at the moment. Obviously we'll wait for the results, have a quick look at what's coming up. This is it, we've got the PPI month on month for September, predicted of a drop to 0.6. You can click on that, any of these websites, MyFX, but the one I like to use, and you can see a higher figure is positive, so the usual kind of stuff there. So the PPI, yeah, let's see what happens with that, but the jobs claims is what we're looking at here. Continuing is the main one, the initial, which is obviously the new amount of benefit jobless claims that have gone on. We're expecting a drop to 319 on this, as you can see, lower. And all the information is on these sites if you need any help with it. So if we go to 319, then the market is going to look to be good to us. Gold particularly will go up. Remember, it's counteractive. We go the way of the news once the market opens. Usually when the news comes out pre-market, you will get a spike the opposite way. So instead of US 30, which is what we trade on this, going in a positive direction, we can see it dropping at least for 100 points, which is what we try and scalp out the market, and gold will probably go as well. So, and then when we get to the open, we go the opposite way. That's our strategy, that's how we scalp and work this system. And continuing claims is obviously the total amount. So obviously 2.6 million. Again, they're looking at a drop of about 100,000. So this is it's looking good, is what the market is trying to tell us. They've priced it all in already. So we will sit back and see what happens, of course. Got gold in 1 sec. Quick question. Remember, we offer mentorship as well on how to scalp. Coffee's on the go, which is good. And you can see on investing.com is the latest news, bank earnings, jobless claims, PPI, surging oil, what's moving the markets, all the information you need is from here. PPI seen rising in US. Stock sector higher, so yeah, it's all looking positive for the open. It just depends from the news, because obviously we've seen all this week the prediction has been way off on every single news event so far. Nothing really bang on. See what kind of figures stack up. And ideally, when you're scalping the news, you want all the 4 releases to be the same way, so either all bad or all good, to get that momentum, that volatility, so we can get in and out. So we know US 30 is on a bull run, so that we would love the news to be bad, because then we'll get a nice drop, possibly down to our minor support area, a flat baseline, and there is support here. We would have had a buy here, look, nice over RSI. So if we do get bad news, could be quids in, there could be a big drop off, and for the open could spike up 100 pips or so before drops. Try and catch as well, but to drop a little bit more before the news comes. 76, we want to see 100, 120. Be safe of a counter trend trade on that, and then we'll catch the drop. Gold is dropping as US 30 is going up, so they're kind of correlating quite nicely at the moment. This is where the London Open, and we've got a nice little buy and then a sell on gold earlier on. Nice little buys here we could have picked out as well. Our focus for gold is going to be, again, if the news is bad, we could see a continuation of the drop before a bounce up, and vice versa. So again, set on support. As long as there is 100 points in it, I will take the trade, and nearly is. Our breakout line, we are TP at the moment. This all trading view for anybody who hasn't got access to use anything else. It's all printed on trading view as well. And they never put it against indices, but gold as well as we. You can see on here that we've had some nice little pulls that we've had hidden, bullish, bang, buy, bearish, sell, bullish, buy, bearish, sell. All sell again, so all these work out really well. So the Axe system, I mean, this is just the way I use the system, the way I trade it. There's multiple ways and systems you can create yourself, and the advantage of having the Axe system is it's only 3 indicators. So if you only want to use a free trading view plan, you can do it with our system, and within the 3 parts of the system there's multiple indicators all in there, so you can create a multitude of trading systems. This is just the one that I came up with, that I've been using for the last few months, and has been doing really well for me, so I stick with it. If something works, I stick with it, obviously. But you can have momentum, you can have Fibonacci, Bollinger Bands, so there's all sorts all in there, all tweaked or scalping on small time frames like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. That's what it's all based on, so they're not standard settings. It's a great system, because I know a lot of people don't want to pay for the Trading View Plan Plus, so if you join our group and pay for the access, it works out cheaper in the end, because you get access to all this free basically, and obviously you get my setups and tuition as well. The gold, we'll see what happens with gold, see if gold just continues to fall a little bit more. And again, if the news is bad, the US 30 go up and US and gold we shoot down. So news is good. See gold rising up, touching our resistance zone here at 1796. Because we don't know, obviously we don't know which way the news is going to go. Obviously websites and everything are all saying it's going to be pretty positive, the expectation's positive, but that's not always how things happen. If you zoom out further, you can see it's been a gradual increase in the stock market. Even on a small time frame, we can see here, look, this is our grid system that we use, support levels and extension levels, similar to Fibonacci. It's based a little bit on Fibonacci, but there's other things thrown in to create this grid system. It's not just a Fibonacci, and like I said, the thing about Fibonacci is if you draw it wrong, and yeah, you're kind of screwed. People always struggle where to draw it from. This is automatic and gives me lines of support and resistance, price mark reverse, ranging, etc, etc. So one of our neutral support zone, which means we're in bullish territory, which we are, as we know. And we can see here, look, if the news is bad, we could see it a counter pushed up or a drop. And it's how the markets can trick us. We're used to seeing this manipulation all the time. You know, back in the day, we would automatically just go to the downside if the news was bad and go to the good side, and we do if news comes out within session. When it's like in this period now where it's before the US session, pre-market, we see a lot of manipulation, a lot of counter trend trading. So like I say, if the news is bad, I will look to take a buy, then count, then wait for the sell and get in there, and then cancel all the trades and wait for the open, and vice versa on gold. Silver is also one you can trade if you want. Again, looking good. That gold's had a beautiful bull run, pull back, correction, up it goes, and now correction again. Got a breakout zone up minor supports. It's perfectly placed here. And depending on the news, break this zone and down to our next level here. But again, I like to take about 150 pips, 150 points on silver usually. That's what I need. Fair enough. Good pen on my broker. 10 minutes to go. Okay. 9 minutes to go. Countdown. So ideally we could do everything going the same way, not use the market. Be perfect.
Morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, morning sir, how you doing?
Doing good. Yourself?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Good. Live from the great state of Texas.
Hey, Texas today, eh?
Yeah, buddy. Back home. Not at home, but I'm in my home state.
Excellent. Well, we're just getting ready for this jobless claims news. See if there's going to be any kind of counter trend trading on this. Like I say, if it's bad news, I can see US 30 going up and vice versa, so it'll be interesting to see. And on gold and silver as well, they're pretty much looking the same.
Another bull run to start the morning on gold, just like yesterday.
Yeah, gold and silver both exactly the same.
Beautiful.
As markets, you know, and it's weird because they've not correlated, not gone the opposite way. You know, US 30 and gold both fly in the same directions at the moment.
Yeah.
Only now, you know, US 30 is pulling down, and gold's already ahead of the game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this news. You can see US 30 again going the opposite way, you know, on the initial release, and then going our way again on the open.
On the open, yep.
Got 7 minutes to go. They're expecting it to be, remember, the lower the figure, the better the news is. Simple as.
Gold's pulling back up to the trend line.
Yeah. Gold's back, you know, just come down from its 1800 level.
Yeah.
Told you it was getting back up to 1800. It wanted to, it did it. Peaked out at $1,857. $1,800.57 an ounce, and then bang, back it comes. That's what I say, it's going to be interesting to see. Bounced up off that support, look at that. Yep. $100. Oil as well, shot up as well. Got a little win on oil last night when it dropped, and then it's gone up ever since.
Nice.
User price inflation 8.3. As figures just an increase. Vector rate highest in 26 years. China. Initial close expect to inch down from 319 from 326 last week. A drop, I reckon, of 7,000 jobless claims in a week. We'll see. Averaging at 344, but these are the two we're worried about. PPI higher than expected. Okay. That's pointing to the downside. Basically, jobless claims are looking bullish, the PPI is looking bearish. So if we get that conflict, it's going to be whichever's the strongest. 3 against 1, and how big a difference it is. You know, always take that into consideration as well. Got 3 minutes to go. We're getting ready. We're getting ready. Queued up. Fingers on the trigger. RSI again, look at that, bounced off our center average line. Great. Oh, it's like a support and resistance zone for the RSI. That's why I love it so much. Like it's going to top out again. That's why it's going to be interesting.
Rejected off that trend line as well.
Like I say, if it's good news, I'm gonna go for a sell. Bad news, I'm gonna go for a buy. There's enough gap there to get in there on this, I think. Yeah, 124. 1 minute to go. Then gold. Again, your TP is going to be there, or it's going to be there. Your TP set for gold. The US 30, we're looking yeah, for the flat part, and the levels we're looking to capture. Countdown has begun. Let's see what it's got in store for us. It's very good. 30 odd seconds. At the moment, 30 is just looking. It never moves an awful lot unless the news is a big mover up on this part. Again, might get a break here. Okay. Going up with gold, we're going to here now. Level. News is good, and we're going up with gold. 7 seconds, here we go.
Boom!
Beautiful drop.
Buying on gold.
Beautiful, beautiful. The gold shoot up, look at that, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect spike. There gold goes with the news. US 30. See if US 30 takes a dip. Spike in. Flying around. Right, I think there you go, look, see. The PPI was slightly worse, but the others were way better than expected.
Gold and US 30 went the same way.
Yeah. US 30 spike, get a dip down, profit, hold in. Yeah, one's triggered. Yes, 2 sales done on US 30. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Waiting for gold now. We've got 38.24 and 48.95, so 78, so about $110 on that. In 2 minutes. Nice win on the sales on US 30. Counter trend. Now you could have gone either way, but we just know we will get that drop. Nice move. Hold on. Perfect. Look at RSI, you see, look at it. Exactly as I said. The old trick spike up. Overall, it's going to be heading down. RSI is 56 zone. If gold gets away from support zone, ranging a little bit at the moment. Hit the TP look, as you can see. Spiked beautifully. Always reacts quick, gold.
That's typically why I like to trade it.
Yeah. That's quick. US 30 is always slower, which is good. Like I say, if you missed the initial news result or whatever, you know, you'd have caught it. You know, you got in on this candle here, look, top of there, look, and you're talking 200 points. And we just go for 100. It's pulling down now, look, as we said. Good news, but US 30 is coming down. Why? Oh, manipulation. And people might say the PPI, but to be honest with you, the jobs claims good news overrides that. So it's a mixed bag a little bit, but that's why. End of the day, I mean, you can plan your strategy to go either way, but you just got to stick to your plan, stick to the way. We'll see if this pushes on up. Oh. Enough now. Get 100. Do the reverse on the open. I say I mostly go with US 30 just because it's slower moving, so you know, it's like a nice little spike up almost like before the result came out. But then you can just wait for it to peak and then take the sell. All we want is just this little move. That's all we want, little move. And now if US 30, if the RSI does cross, we can look to take a buy on US 30 back to our resistance zone. Goes into the neutral zone and breaks red, we look to take sells. It's as simple as that. Gold's ranging a little bit now. Right.
Now we wait for the open.
Yeah, that was a nice spike. That's a trend. Above, we're green up, we're above, so yeah, it'd be nice if this breaks out our neutral zone. Push back up again. Again, that's another, yeah, might get 50, might get 100, just if it spikes. Fine.
Feel your energy when our eyes touch, so familiar deep inside, like you were already
It's
mine.
printed yet on.
Surreal to me, how you make me feel wild and calm at
yeah.
the same time. Never felt so alive. Thought I was crazy until I reached out and saw your hand there waiting.
Silver as well, look.
Like the stars had
Silver led the way, look. Silver was even better actually, look. Silver was the buy. Damn, should have gone silver. Always the way. Perfect. There was the entry. That candle there, look. Bang. That was a nice trade, that was. 500 points. You just need 150 to make your money. RSI 64, nice cross there, look, could have got in perfect. Crosses our zones, we're in. For a trade. Bring that back round. So I've got a point of reference. Hit the gold, that's what gold's doing. Gonna break, down lower. Oh, nice support now. Nope. Nice wick. Push up a bit more. Come on.
Another bound over.
Yes, done it. Yes, we're in. We're in. Just took 2 trades on gold. It was about 200. Waiting for anything else to come on board now. It was 66 and 67 after my commission on gold. That was great. Again, had to wait a little bit, but it came good. Bouncing out of that zone. Nice spike. Reset now. Yeah, see how it just hits our TP on that minor resistance. There we go, that's what I want to see. Look, push it on up. For a size 60. $17.98, and we're going to get back to 1800.
I hope so. I'd like to see a solid break above 1800 and come back and retest it and then get back up to where we should be.
Yeah.
1820s, 1850.
Yeah, I agree. Watching it. See it break above our resistance band here at 17.98. We're in profit at the moment and we're just waiting to see. RSI 59. $17.98. 989. $9.9. Brilliant, taking it off the table. Yes, woohoo! Closed them all out. Yeah, we got 25, 25, 20, and 22. That's it. That's the news for me
Nice
done.
work.
Yeah, look at that, straight up. It hit it. 17.99.455. Bang. That was it. Buys on.
45 minutes to the open.
Yeah. Great. Like I said, don't push it. Once we've identified that zone, that's it. Here was the news release on the grey candle there. We said buy, and we did. Even though the news, you know, the news was good, so you expect gold to drop. But not pre-market. This is the manipulation. And again, like I say, some people say, well, it's the PPI, but like I say, this The jobs news overrides the PPI. It was kind of expected anyway. He just went further in the direction, but the actual jobs news, look at that, dropped way better. There was a 200,000 decrease in claims basically, so you know, that was a good result, hence why we went counter trend. And again, US 30 does this, look, it goes either way on the news pre-market, and then obviously wants to push up, but it's up against a stiff resistance at the moment. So we'll look to take buys on this on the open, and we'll probably look to take a sell on gold on the open if it keeps pushing. Like you said, it's probably gonna, we can probably grab a sell for 100 points again before it bounces off our trend line and hopefully breaks our zone here, ready to continue up above. This 1800 to 1801 is our breakout zone. Once it breaks there, we're on, like you say, we're on up to 1820. The next heavy resistance is 1803, look, then we're away, but you can see it's a beautiful end pattern, beautiful. You can draw this, and this is when you get a good idea of where to trade. Nice.
Well, we know on the open it should drop like a stone.
Yeah, if it holds where it is, look, we should get back to the neutral zone or back to our breakout zone. Round about here, look. Before, like you say, it makes a higher high. Just in the group. US 30 hasn't really formed a pattern yet, so there still could be a pullback and an up, but I think on the open, there we go, this is what I wanted to see. Look, our new trend line form. This is how good it is, the Axe system. I was just going to say, you could say this is going to form an end, but now you've just had this trend line drawn, which means there's going to be a retest of that, and it's telling us basically that price is up. Where's it going to go to? We're free, we're way back. Scoot back. Here's our levels. Right there we go. There's our 3 potential levels set up. Again, our grid system will help. At least you've got some idea where price potentially could go to, and also you can mark out if price breaks above here with a nice breakout candle and RSI goes into that first overbought zone, you're looking at a good 600, 14, 2000. So it all depends where this is by the open comes in like 30 minutes or so. And that's it, we're done. We're done for the day. There's a bit of oil news later on. I'm going to trade that. And then tomorrow, 15. Again, a bit of news in Europe, nothing really amazing. I never really bothered with the Italian or the Euro stuff. Again, it's retail sales year on year, September. Obviously expecting a big dip. So that's going to be a good one. Same time tomorrow. Import export news as well. And then one of my favourites, the Michigan consumer sentiment, which always produces a good move. So yeah, some great news to trade tomorrow to end our week. So far has been good. Watch US 30, watch gold. Keep climbing so we get a nice drop.
That Michigan sentiment last month caught a few people with their pants down.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was a...
I was diced.
Yeah, that one. 72.8, so it's expected to be slightly higher. Above 50 is always seen as bullish, but you want a bit of a... It says it's preliminary release on.
You want a percentage of difference for it to make an actual difference in the move.
Yeah. Which or something. Like I say, you've got to do is take these news events and go back and back test them on your charts and see what difference it made, if anything, to the market.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Everything we're doing, you know, you can test it. Gold, yeah, pushing up a little bit more. And a break. So he's just struggling above about the 1800, which it has been for the last month or so. 1800 for the last month has been the key zone on gold.
That was a nice little 2-day climb back up to it from the 1740, 1750 area.
Yeah, and we kind of said that, didn't we? We were talking about it. We were saying that regardless of the kind of the news, gold just has this obsession with trying to get back to the 1800 zone, and it did. You know, there was a few little retests, but it was a nice, look at that, nice W. There was your W pattern. For people who don't believe in wave patterns repeating themselves, then here it is right in front of you. Look.
Yep.
And there's the M pattern before it. Yeah, there's plenty of automated things that draw it for you. There's even on our axe system. It's there.
There to help you identify them, but once you start trading the patterns and learning the patterns, it's easy to see it for yourself.
Yeah, and like we used to do, yeah, you can just catch these second legs. That's all you want. If you just want to trade this, you know, or just want to trade what's coming up next, you know, then you can do. It's nice and rewarding if you can identify the pattern, draw it out, and price follows it. It's great.
Never always exact. It's always fairly in line with it. But that's the reason that we set those realistic take profit levels.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're never going to get. It's very rare you'll get an identical double top at the same price before it reverses, or a double bottom before it goes up. They're always going to be a little bit out. But at least if you identify which part you're trading in, the shape of it, then you know, oh, this is a danger zone here. If I'm going to be scalping, I want to be in and out really quick.
You know what to expect, and you know where to start identifying your entry points.
Yeah, and like I say, on this, then you can look for a sell here, and you know where it's probably going to end up. Investing said anything about that news release yet? Let's have a look. we go.
That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like
The number of Americans filing new claims for unemployment fell a 19-month low.
mainstream.
Further evidence that a shortage of workers was behind slow job growth.
Going mainstream.
I don't know
I
how
think-
much of that I believe.
Yeah, I know. 36,000 adjusted. Second straight week decline. So it creates a healthy labour market. I mean, the NFP wasn't as good as what they thought. Labour shortages. Scarcity of labour is choking the supply chain. There are fewer workers.
Yep. And guess what? Remember, what was it, a month and a half, 2 months ago? The
Yeah.
Evergrande?
Yes.
Coming up on the deadline for them to come up with that $100 billion.
Oh wow. That's going to be soon, is
Yeah.
it?
Yes. I'll have to I'll send you the exact link to when it's going to be. But that is going to rock China's economy. That's also, that and the fears and speculation surrounding that is also contributing to supply chain shortages. There's manufacturing plants and facilities that are in China right now that are in the midst of this Evergrande saga, tragedy, however you want to term it,
Yeah.
that are only working 1 day a week because there's nobody to work. There's labor shortages. Everybody's scrambling, trying to figure out what's going to happen.
Yeah, kind of the brushed under the carpet a little bit. Kind of people thought it was over, but it's not. It's not over yet. They're going to default, aren't they?
I got a sneaking suspicion they are. This is like the Goldman Sachs thing back in 08, remember?
Yes.
Yeah. I think you're fixing to see the exact same thing that happened to Sachs over here happen in China. And you know what happened over here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you're
Now,
right.
what-
Yeah, people are scared. I mean, they're warning companies not to get involved in doing anything in China.
Yeah. Well, you saw how that rocked us. And our main problem right now is we're heavily dependent on foreign economies and goods that are produced in foreign countries. Now we're fixing to lose our number one supplier of goods that we import. So are we going to follow suit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, like I say, people have got to go back to less import.
yeah, the only problem with that is
Cost.
cost of goods and services are going to go up if we have to start manufacturing, producing everything in our own country,
Yeah.
which will fall right in line with inflation.
Yeah, that's right. That's the big cause of it,
But-
isn't it?
Yeah. The inflation that we're seeing right now is manufactured. The inflation that we're going to see, that's going to rock us pretty well.
Let's have a look. I'm going to have a look at China 50 actually, because not traded it this week. I sort of kept away from it a little bit. There's been a bit of a drop. So you say you could have scalped this all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could have got 3 or 4 trades out of that. The Asian session, he just dropped like a stone, and then ranging as it does during the London. Going to try and get back to its neutral point. Might look at this later on. We've had good results on it because you again just small moves on this index. It's really a small move one, but you've got to get the direction right. As because once it goes like this, it goes, and you can be stopped out big time if you're using a stop loss on this, not following live. I mean, look at some of these peaks and troughs. Look at this, some of these spikes you get. But I love this kind of stuff. This is why I get obsessed with trying to figure the markets out, figure these patterns out in something like a China 50 stock market that most people probably don't trade. You know, we've had some good results with this. It's either you either trade it or you don't, and that sounds a bit stupid, but it's kind of like, you know, some things you can trade every day, like we do US 30 and gold and DAX and other things, etc. But you know, with this kind of thing, some days you just got to leave it alone. But when all the Evergrande thing kicked off, I was straight in trading this, you know. Same as the Hong Kong 50 as well. I mean, look at that. So volatile, and people get really scared of it. But with the Axe system, you get a chance to get in and grab some of these trades. And again, this has delivered the goods for us. This has been a good one in the week.
So Evergrande has a $250 million bond to pay back by the October 18th due date. And then they're set to formally enter default on October the 23rd when the grace period ends for its first missed bond payment.
Wow, so that is
4 days.
4 days time.
Yep. For us, that's going to be early Monday morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we go. Yeah, China real estate shares, bonds hit by Evergrande concerns 2 hours ago.
Yeah. It's the biggest property developer in that country.
I mean, 300 billion.
Yeah.
Most indebted developer. Then to got something over 100 banks invested in it, and that's the problem. They'll bring down a lot of banks unless the Chinese government's going to step in. I know they've already stepped in already and paid some of the interest on some of their bonds and loans.
The government's just going to suck up all the property.
Yeah.
But it's still going to shake their economy. Be a hell of an impact.
It's going to be interesting to keep an eye on this. We'll be shorting the China 50, that's for sure.
Yep. All day.
When it first broke, that's what we did. It was just like one big massive sell-off, so...
Oh, over there.
All the earnings are looking good for all these companies as well. That's helped push things up a little bit. Citigroup, Wells Fargo Bank, Morgan Stanley. That's why we've had this nice little run up. Some good news on profits. You see now, look how we've got this correction. Break below our trend line. Got 1 minute 12 on this candle. So is this a fake out or is this a break of our trend line? If it breaks our baseline, then we could be looking at a nice little drop. Got 25 minutes till the open. But obviously on the open we want to see a bit of a buy. Would be nice. Finish our scalping session off. Still 75% bullish on our calendar.
Looks like it's rejecting that trend line.
And daily volume, look at that, say 21%. It's you know, still lots of movement to go.
This is not forever. Folks changing like the weather. Cold wind and all around. Toxic people being severed, like leaves falling in September. Cold wind and on the ground. You can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong.
Typical range, like 30 minutes before. You can see the RSI has dipped under our average line, so we just want it to poke back up. The good thing about it, because usually, you know, with RSI bursting out the neutral zone, you'll get one trade, you'll get it just out the neutral zone, and you'll wait either for a overbought entry or for it to pull back into the neutral zone and drop through for a sell. But with our additional average line in here, it gives you a chance for re-entries. You can trade the bounce. Like here, look, that would have been your first trade, that could have been your second trade, you could have gone in for a third one there, look, could have gone in for a fourth one here, and now potentially a fifth one here. You know, this is how you can use it, trade the bounce, and it's only little moves, look, but it doesn't matter. That's enough for 100 points, which is, you know, $70-80 or whatever. So, you know, depending on your lot size, but it just shows you, you know, the whole idea behind our group and behind our strategy is just the small moves is all we're trying to capture, so we don't get caught out as much as people who are holding. We're not as susceptible to the stop loss hunting and reversals. We try and trade them instead of going against them. We're trading the manipulation, trying to anticipate the manipulation using market structure, using price action, and using all our knowledge and fundamentals. That's the main thing.
Putting everything together, the perfect recipe for your trading style.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you know, there's not just one thing. It's not indicator led. It's not just news led. It's not just price action led. You've got to embrace every aspect of the economic world, really. Really opened my mind over the few years I've been trading. Someone who wanted to just trade with, you know, 20,000 indicators on the screen, like everyone does. You've got to learn about the world that you're delving into. The whole idea.
That was one of the.
Sorry, Justin, go on.
No, that was one of the biggest things that I had a hard time wrapping my mind around. Was what's pushing price? Why is it moving like this? And that was the early start of a trading career. It starting to, you know, just like this Evergrande tragedy. How is that going to affect us? What markets is it going to move? You know, wrap your head around the things that are moving. You can sit here and trade all day long, but whenever you start delving into it and you start learning about it, then you actually start seeing what's being done, why it's moving in a certain way, what way fundamentals are pushing the markets. Whenever you get a clear picture of everything that's involved in it, you start doing a lot better.
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of people out there probably go, you know, who's Evergrande, you know, that might not even know about it. It's like, oh, yeah, man, you know, how can you be a trader, no matter whatever you're trading, and not know that kind of news and how it could impact, you know, not just China, but everything. You know, that's the surprising thing, how many traders I've spoken to on, what's Evergrande? I'm like, you know, so, and you wonder why you lose. You know, and it's not even a case of just trading that particular thing. Like you just said, it's knowing what's going on around the world and why markets move in certain ways at certain times. And that gives us the edge. If we've got an idea of what might happen, if it does go that way, we've got an edge. We know where we can get in and out of the market. But a lot of the time, if it's just indicators telling you to buy and sell, you get wiped out. You need something else that's more real time, real market, that creates the volatility. We know market opens create the volatility, the news creates volatility. Indicators don't create volatility, they're just a little help along the way, just to back up your own analysis. And you know,
the downfall with indicators is if price tips an indicator to a certain point, it's going to signal it. But without having your finger on the pulse of what's driving price, that's what's going to wipe you out. Why is price going to that point and then coming back? What am I missing? Is there a news event? Is somebody talking on the telly? Like, you've got to put all of those pieces together.
Yeah. You look at gold, look. Perfect, look. Followed our map exactly as we said, look.
Beautiful.
This leg could continue down to the neutral zone or back to our breakout zone even. Which is what we want, you know, we want a drop, a sell on the open, ideally. And we want buys on the US 30. So this is pulling back from the heavy resistance zone is great, because again, if it was too close to that, I wouldn't take it, I wouldn't trade it. Simple as, I'm not stupid. No matter what I think about fundamentals, I don't want to be trading bang on any kind of heavy resistance or support zone, because I know I can get caught out. And it'll go that I know it'll go my way eventually, but it's just when to get in the trade. So you've got to see a gap like this gap here. You know, you've got 240, so that's fine. I've got a new zone form, you see, as well.
Yeah. You say that it'll go your way eventually. That's as we found out before, that eventually could take days.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why here, look, if we're taking the buy here, but then on that cross, which would have been a valid trade on this here, as soon as I see the blue zone, I'm out. That's it. You know, if it wicks up to that, I'm gone. I know this is it's backed up. You know, it's two indicators telling you the same thing in the same kind of zone. So that's pretty, you know, pretty convincing that it's a decent resistance level. So our TP for the open, you know, be, if price stays where it is going to be obviously around here. You see it flickering in and out, you see, look, it's making its mind up whether it is or not. If it flickers and stays, then we're going to be here. If it disappears, we're going to be here, maybe to the top of that wick again. Price has already got there once, so we know price likes to go back and touch again where it's already been. So 283, and again we'll just go in for 100 on that. It all depends where price is. Like I say, I usually get in a trade 1 minute before the open. Usually made my mind up which way I'm going to go, and obviously the news plays a big part of guiding the direction. That's what it's all about. It's the momentum deliverer. Now if we get manipulation, it wipes us out. It wipes us out. That's trading. You've got to take the losses as well with the wins, but we know this is pretty accurate a lot of the time. The RSI didn't break 75, 72. Few minutes to go. See how now US 30 is what I said. Look, so I've pushed up, got a re-entry on here, which is nice. Nice little green. Gonna push up and touch before the heavy resistance.
You had your heart set on me, but these feels they come and go, and they come so easily.
This one, obviously, this would like to get in.
About you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby? Why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I,
Right.
baby? Why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Massive retested, flipped. They want it to drop a little bit, so we see, you know, we've got room for it to breathe. There's plenty of room for it to go up to the heavy resistance and break that. Still can see, you can see this continuing. It came, touched the trend line, bounced up again, you know, gave it the lift again. Brilliant. A nice little $20 there. I was in and out. A little stealth scalp. I just bought when it wicked down. When it wicked down there, I just put 2 trades in there. Just little ones. $20 in and out. Again, I'm not messing. Ain't got time for setting stop losses and all that nonsense. You're just watching price action. We're trading off price action. I know it's going to push, retest that line. I just got some green, quick $20, 10 minutes before the open. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I'm not telling people to do this. This is what happens when you've got the experience. You can see you're reading the market, you're reading price action, the time you're in, everything. All I'm just confident in doing little scalps like that. You know, whenever I see the green, light green, it gives me a bit of extra confidence that there's some momentum here to the upside. It got in, got out, look, you know, otherwise I would have taken a little loss, you know. That's what it's all about. Don't be greedy. Be the drop on this, or we get the push up. Let's have a quick look at gold. News for later on. Yes. Gold perfect at the moment. There, I'm just see our flat part of the KG line. Look at that, our baseline. This is where we like to see a lot of retesting. When we get a flat line, this is a good area of support, and we've got a blue support zone. So everything to tell you, if he was in a sell, that they was going to bounce off there and up again. We'll just wait for it to break. So wait for the open, see if we get a down. It's going to be just above the neutral zone about here. On that wick you can go. If price kicks back to that wick again here, look. Again, from where we are now, on 100 127, covers your spreads. You still end up with 100 points in the bank. That's the key thing. Let's do the same thing, look, you see. If you're on the JP225, we're going to get a nice sell on the open as well. It's traded. And you can see where their ideal area of look at that, 2 flat baselines. So, yeah. Tell you what I do, I just measure it and go, is it worth me trading this or not? From that flop, this one. $29. So you work out, you know, against your lot size and your account size and everything, and your broker. See what 120 pips with the spread, 20 pips on AB. What you would get, and then you decide, okay, I'm not going to trade this, or I'm just going to trade it when I see a bigger gap, bigger margin. So all things are tradable. It's just working all that out. I don't think people spend enough time working out what they should be trading, what they should be looking for against their account size, or kind of skirted over. People I see doing streams and everything. So you need, that's the most important thing, probably is the most important thing actually, is actually just working out your account size and your broker. Got to find a decent broker that's good for scalping with, you know, close spreads. And I don't trade Euro USD, but I know my broker it's a 0.01 max spread. If you want to trade that, but Euro USD is more of a swing traders thing, it's not really a scalpers. And that's what I try and teach in the group, you know, the education about how much you should be risking. If you're prepared to lose your old account, like I say, what I do, yeah, you can set up a separate account, trading account. You don't just have one account that's got everything. You can have a separate account for trading, you know, news events and normal scalping. A separate account for swing trading if you want. Or you're protecting your investment at all times. Then just stick it all in one big massive trading account and risk blowing it up. But for gold, I'll retest our moves. So look, I'll break out zone, see our red light. Got 7 minutes to go, we'll trade the open, and then that's the end of today's live stream. We've bagged some good trades already, so we just want to see how this open's going to go. I mean, on that news event we traded, I mean today I've not traded a lot, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 trades today, all winners, and you know, each one is between $60, $70, kind of average $40, $50, $60 per trade. The last couple there, say, were $20, a small one, just because of time. So you work it out, you know, and that's the kind of thing you can be doing day in, day out. Once you've learnt the technique, it can come straight away. This session we've traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In most of the trades, to be honest with you, I only traded a couple of trades on DAX earlier on. Yeah, you know, I average kind of like 20 to 24 trades a day when I'm trading usually. Don't tend to go over that. I don't make a conscious effort, you know, to say I shall only trade a certain amount of trades or whatever. I just look at what's in front of me chart wise, news wise, and decide that's it for the day, that's enough. I've got what I need out of the market. There's never a preset. Five minutes to go. Again, US 30 wants to push up, once it hits our, and at the same time gold does, so gold would be a good one to take down for a sell. And now, as prices go up, we can just below.
Roy, I'm gonna have to leave you to it for the open, brother. I got a conference call scheduled in about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, right on the open. Damn.
Yep. Good luck trading, everybody, and we'll
catch
see
you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, nice one, bro. Take care.
All right, brother. Catch you soon.
See you there.
Bye.
It seems he lives in yesterday, If you play the way, well, I forgive you once again.
So we're just waiting, last couple of minutes now, if we can get a final couple of trades on this before we end for the day. Gold again pushing 17.99. Trying to get back to that 18. It's attempted it. This is the third time it's attempted it. So if it doesn't break, which I don't think it will straight away, I think this is coming down, like I say, for the open. And that's what I'm setting, you know, my levels on. In terms of the buy, look, it's going to be EP's going to be up there now. Our minor resistance zone, so you know, could be the end of the M, could have been just down to here. It's just a fake out, and it's just going to come straight back down again to test it, or a breakout line down the bottom here, and then bounce. I'm thinking. There's 30s whipped away from the resistance zone for 727 area. Yeah, as long as there's room, 100 points between that resistance, it's just a level. You can see there's some nice re-entry from green, bang, done. Let's just set the broker up, set us up. US hold. Just wait and see how this last candle plays out. Last one, 232. So at the end of this one, the open will be on. That's why I like the 3 minute time frame, I think, because the candles, you know, just get that nice 3 minute gap. It just all works out quite nicely. Enough time, or when it's too crazy. I'm not saying this doesn't work on 1 minute, but I just, you know, you need more focus on that. And 5 minutes great as well, but 3 just to me is the sweet spot, and that's kind of how we've developed the system so that it's works optimally with 3. 28 to go. You can see there's going to be a drop on this at some point, but we're just going to get a nice little push before we get the drop. We can take trades either way, remember? We're stuck in one direction. Right close to that heavy resistance would be, you know, would be iffy. Might go in for the sell even on it. It's 30. That's good enough for a sell off. Wicking down, this is good, this is good. Give me a bit of space. I'll go for a buy and a sell. Go for a sell on gold. We'll go for a buy. Let's swap it around if we can get in. Catch both ways. And don't go crazy. Go 50. I like to go 50 on gold. So go. And taking a win on US 30. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Just as I said. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. When you read it right, look at that. Smashed our TPs. But we raised our TP to there, look. Just as I said, no messing around. It's how you true scalp. So, let's have a look at gold. Nothing gold. Wait for this.
Like the attention, girl, I know you. But you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against
Gold.
the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it.
Yes, and we're done. There you go. Brilliant. Perfect. 2 nice sells on gold. We took the buys on US 30 and we just posted that into the group so everyone can see. That was 48 and 44, 29.30, so that was about $220 there.
I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. And when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna.
There you go, that was the US Open. I told you there's a triangle coming in, this is going to kick down even more I suspect, but it hit where we needed it to hit. Group. There you go. That's how you scalp. And again, we're in and out there. We've got the direction right. We knew it was going to happen. Gold ranged around a little bit. Look, I mean, I had a little bit of drawdown, but nothing above $50, $60. And then we're in, and we ended up winning a couple of $100. So that was fine. That was just 2 trades. 2 trades on the US 30 and 2 trades on gold. There you go, and that's it. You don't need to do any more than that. I'm sure that's more than enough for most people, and that's the whole idea about this kind of scalping, is just getting in and out. So, you know, that's like 16 trades today, all done. Perfect. And obviously, US 30 now, if you're following this, you're going to have some kind of retest pullback. You know, an area probably, again, you could set our points of interest. This is why if you get access to it, you see these areas where price, once RSI confirms, obviously you're not selling anything yet until RSI comes through our average line, breaks out this zone here, and then you know where it would come back to. Well, usually you wouldn't have a clue, but now we do. And we don't have to look at different time frames and different charts. It's all right here in front of us. There will be a retest of this zone at some point, but you need to know when. So this is where you use the RSI scanner. So there you go. That has been a great little session. 90 minutes again. That's all we've done. We've got a few $100 in the bank there, and we're happy traders. So I'm just going to post that. I hope this gives you an idea of how you can combine fundamentals with TA and give you an edge of which direction to go in. in something as volatile as the market opens. But most people, when I first started trading, people said, oh, you don't trade for the first hour, blah blah blah, and I'm seeing all this volatility going, wow, we're missing a trick here. I'm going to learn how to try and get in on the action, you know, because I'm not swing trading and I want to see big quick spikes in and out. And that's where the whole Mohawk Forex team came from. And I'm just posting now. Will be another live stream tomorrow for all the news that we've got. Fantastic. So yeah, watch for US 30 pulling back, watch for gold also, you know, see if it's going to break lower, maybe a 12 breakout zone or neutral support before it carries on up. That's my kind of, I'm thinking for the future if we're sticking watching this. Like I say, thanks everybody again for joining in and for watching, and hopefully, you know, gaining some benefit from this if this is how you want to trade. And like I say, look to join our Discord group. Information is in the section below the YouTube. So until next time, until tomorrow, trade safe and see you on the next one.